Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a what sold video. We are going to be going over 30 sales from the past 2 weeks. And these sales I chose because I want to talk about them. Either they are a BOLO brand, a BOLO style, maybe I've had them for a really long time and this is something I don't recommend you picking up, so I'm showing it to you. So if you see it at the thrift store, you could just pass on it. Those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Megan. I'm a full-time reseller in Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. If you are not new here, welcome back. I'm sorry I haven't posted in almost 2 weeks. I was just trying to change things up, do more vlogs, whatever. And I had shit filmed on my phone, and then my phone got stolen, and now all that's gone because I'm dumb and I didn't back it up. So one, here's your reminder, please back up your phone quite regularly, especially if you are a reseller and all your shit is on your phone, because right now I have a pile of inventory that's on the floor that was photographed right before my phone got stolen. So now I have to go back, unpackage it, rehang it, re-steam it, re-photograph it, repackage it, then inventory it. Double the work for these items. So my little thing to you. This weekend, I went to a music festival in Orlando, Florida. I went to EDC, which is like basically electronic dance, EDM. Well, it doesn't stand for electronic dance. It stands for Electric Daisy Carnival, but it's EDM music, electronic dance music. Anyway, it's basically just like a giant dance party for 3 days, and it's like a lot of fun. And the first day I was there, we were at the front of the stage. I was jumping up and down. I was dancing. And then, like, me and my boyfriend and, like, the group we were with, we decided to walk out of the crowd and go to the bathroom. And when we got to the bathroom, which was a long walk, I was like, oh shit, my phone is gone. But like, I didn't know if I was pickpocketed or if it fell out of my pocket. Because when you're walking from the front of the stage where we were to where the bathrooms are, there's a huge crowd of people. It's standing room only. So all of us are like holding hands like this, single file, trying to worm our way through the crowd. And the music is so loud and the bass is so intense, that shit like vibrates your body. So like you wouldn't even feel it if your phone got pickpocketed. And then if I was dancing, it just fell on the ground, someone just snatched it and ran, because my boyfriend has my location, like we share our locations. So I could see on his phone, tracking my phone, that my thing was moving all around the festival. And this festival is huge. It has like 7 stages. Like it's crazy. And I just saw it going all around. And again, there was 280,000 people there at the festival. So talk about finding a needle in a haystack. Like there was just no way I was gonna find my phone. And when I was done with the concert, we got back to the hotel. I tried calling it, tracking it, but it was turned off. Whoever stole it turned it off specifically so I couldn't track it. Luckily, I do pay for phone insurance, so I do have one like currently being overnighted to me right now. This is your reminder. Please back up your phone, because I don't do that. So the first item we have is this Chico's velvet jacket. This sold for $22. My payout was $16.33. So for my eBay payouts, this is the payout after I have purchased the shipping label. So then all we have left to do is subtract cost of goods, which I do have some cost of goods for these items. This one I got from the bins, so I don't really have a specific like number. But yeah, this came from the bins, and the listed date, I have them all written down here. And the reason I wrote it down here, I know eBay shows you on top, but actually November 1st, I tried this little experiment where I deleted every single listing off my eBay store and then I relisted all of them, which is so easy to do on eBay. So I just wanted to try it to see like if it would really like affect my sales. So yeah, I went on my Poshmark closet and just found the listed date for all of these and wrote the accurate listed date. Was a vintage Chico's piece, and I like to sell a lot of Chicos. I find a lot of Chicos. It's definitely one of my top brands that I sell. And this was vintage. I'm pretty selective on the vintage pieces I pick up. There always has to be a reason why I want to pick them up. And the reason why I wanted to pick this up is because it was a full velvet jacket, which I thought was really interesting. And I thought the demographic for the Chico's brand would appreciate a fully velvet jacket, because it's not something I see every day at the malls, like at stores at the mall, right? I thought it was kind of unique in that way. And then also it had 100% silk lining, which is a desirable material. All these factors combined together, it made me want to pick it up at the bins and try to sell it. And as you can see, it sold pretty quickly. It listed at end of October, sold early November, and it's just a great piece for winter. The next item I have is this Eileen Fisher black point knit wide leg career wear pants. These sold for $20. My payout was $15.47. So this item I wanted to highlight because although it says I listed it August 14th, 2021, I've actually had this item for well over a year. I pulled it from my store, I unpackaged it, and I wanted to re-photograph it. Since I've had it for over a year, I just thought it needed a whole new listing. And even so, it still took a couple months to sell. So I wanted to talk about why I think this took so long to sell. It's Eileen Fisher. I sell Eileen Fisher Petite. It definitely is a slower sell, but it still generally sells. So I think that hindered the time frame it took to sell, but I don't think that was the main reason why it wasn't selling. What my opinion, what my theory is of why this took so long to sell is because it is a button and zipper closure. So it's a normal zip and button closure. It is not a pull-on elastic waist style. And if I look back on all my Eileen Fisher solds, most of the pants that I'm selling are all pull-on pants. That is a big keyword that I'm using with Eileen Fisher, and this was not that. And I think a lot of people look for Eileen Fisher because of their pull-on pants. You know what I mean? Like they're known for something, and I bought something outside of what they're known for. Therefore, it did not sell as well. The next item that I sold are these cut loose beige wide leg crop pants. Lag and look is there because it is a great keyword for this brand. I listed it in April. It sold November 4th, and I have some words written here. What do I have? All sold on eBay. Yes. When I was looking back on my Poshmark closet to find the starting date and I filtered by brand, I noticed that all my cut loose pieces all have not for sale signs on them. And that means they have all sold on eBay. Because when something sells on eBay, mark it not for sale on Poshmark. Really just because I like to look back on things I've sold, and eBay only keeps your items for 90 days. So this brand, all of them have sold on eBay. So if you're someone who is strictly a Poshmark seller, I would not recommend picking up this brand. This sold for $25. My payout was $21.08. I don't really remember where I got this since I had it back in April. I didn't track the cost of goods of it. But overall, really happy with the sale. I like to pick up this brand. It's not an OMG wow, I'm a millionaire when I find it type of like seller, but it is just a good, consistent, and it usually gets a good traction. This took a bit longer to sell than some of my cut loose pieces in the past, and I think it's because it's a wide leg crop style, which it's not the most trendy or flattering style. So I think that was kind of what held it back on the time frame. But again, just wanted to highlight the brand because it is a good brand. The next item I sold is this Comfy USA white and black piping art to wear long sleeve super soft top. This sold for $28. My payout was $23.63. It's a great brand to pick up if you find it, especially at the bins, because this would have been a really great bins ROI, although I think I got this in a regular Goodwill, which means I probably paid $4 to $6 for it. But it's a brand that I get excited to find because it typically performs well. This I listed it in August and it sold in November. And again, when I was looking through my solds, it does the best on eBay. A majority of the ones I have sold have been on eBay. What you're going to get the most amount of money for is their dresses. So if you find a Comfy USA dress, pick it up. So in this one, I use the keyword art to wear because of this cool little like geometric piping zigzag pattern. But a lot of the keywords I use for this brand is lag and look and super soft. So they're really known for their super soft tops. So actually all of my Comfy USA pieces have sold except for one. And I wanted to show you which one is still sitting in my closet. And it's this one. I've listed it August 21st. And as you can see, it only has one liker on it. There's not much traction on it at all. And I know it says updated 1 day ago, guys. I promise I share my closet multiple times a day, but I was gone this weekend and I just really wasn't sharing my closet that much, but I did share my closet this morning, but I took the screenshot before I did that. Anyway, I wanted to show you this because I think when I found this piece, I got blinded by the brand. I'm like, oh, Comfy USA, that brand does well for me. Let me put it in my cart. I didn't analyze the style. I didn't analyze what it was. It is a mesh sheer cardigan. That's not what they're known for. They're known for their super soft material. So this is again, like those Eileen Fisher pants. It's out of the realm of what they're known for, and therefore it's not performing that well. So that's why I wanted to highlight this. If you find something like this, maybe leave it behind. If you're at the bins, yeah, pick it up, but don't pay up for it. If you find one of the other pieces, that's when you want to start looking up styles and looking up solds in the thrift store. The next item I sold is this Oh My Gosh green v-neck mid-leg sleeve lag and look dress. This sold the same day I listed it. It sold November 1st. And all my eBay solds, by the way, are the day the buyer pays me. Cause if I accept an offer, I don't consider it a sale until I'm paid because people can make offers and then just never pay me. This brand does the best on eBay. All of my Oh My Gosh pieces have sold. I don't have any currently listed in my closet. 5 of them sold on Poshmark and 13 of them have sold on eBay. So again, strictly Poshmark, maybe don't pick it up. If you are both, I would definitely pick it up. So a great keyword for this brand, as you can see right here, is lag and look. This was a full price sale that sold for $35. My payout was $29.89. I got this at the bins, so that's a really great ROI for the bins because most bins trips I'm always spending like under 60 bucks, so great. But I think I could have got more for this dress had it had a size tag. So as you can see right here, I did write size to large, extra large because I don't like to write no size in the title because I feel like it's a harder sell. I want people to click on my listing. And then where it says condition, I will put that there is no size tag. So right here it says no size tag. Size and title is based on measurements which are included in description. And then it continues, this store does not accept returns based on fit. So I want that to be very clear. My store does not accept returns if it's not going to fit you, but I do have measurements if you want to look at them. They're down below. On eBay, there's no arbitrator like there is on Poshmark for cases. So if a buyer says something is not as described, you just automatically like it's returned. You have to buy a shipping label and ship it back to you, and it's a whole thing. And that's one of my biggest issues with eBay is that their cases aren't anything like Poshmark's and people can just lie, which has happened to me multiple times. I had sold this like Maji gray bikini and someone and gray was in the title. It was selected in the like drop down menu thing and it was in the description. And I had a not as described return on eBay for that bikini and the buyer said, I thought it would be black. Bitch, where? Where did I write black? It said gray 3 times. Oh my god. So, yeah, I try to be very, very upfront, transparent, so I have no issues, because that shit just annoys me. So, anyway, that's where it's there. If I did have a size tag, I think I definitely could have got more money for it, but it did not. All we have is this Robert Graham, t-shirt, this blue retro car t-shirt. I listed it on November 2nd. It sold November 3rd. And when I was looking at the Robert Graham sold, I noticed the louder the print, the more money you're going to get for the item. Robert Graham is really known for their men's long sleeve button down shirts, and the shirt will be one pattern, and then when you flip the cuff over, it will be a different pattern. And they do create women's clothing as well, and I think they do create accessories as well. Most money you're going to get is for their men's button down shirts. This was a t-shirt. It sold for $31.99. My payout was $28.05. I paid $4 for the item, $3.99 for the item, so my total profit was $24.06. But yeah, again, looking at solds, the louder the print, the more money you're going to get. If you just find a plain striped long sleeve button down, and even though it might have, say, a really cool pattern cuff or something, but it's just kind of like plain stripe, very muted, then you're probably going to get like 30 bucks for it. But the real money to be made is in their long sleeve button down shirts in loud prints. The next item I have is this redhead green camouflage insulated coveralls jumpsuit. These were kids size 10. They sold for $35. My payout was $32.61. I purchased this from the bins. These I listed and sold same day. They never even got They never got cross-listed to Poshmark or Mercari, I don't believe. They sold November 3rd. We're listed November 3rd. We love to see it. So Redhead is a brand I don't typically pick up, especially if you find their basics, don't recommend it. But if you find something big and bulky like this, if you find more of their hunting equipment, like this is obviously a hunting equipment, even though it could be like a quote unquote not good brand or like cheap brand, like it still costs money, right? Like it's something like this is still going to cost a lot of money retail. So I will pick them up and they tend to sell. I would look, if you're going to find a redhead, just a button down shirt, or if you're going to find a redhead like t-shirt or just regular pants, you're not going to be making the best money on them. But something like this, you're going to be making better money on. If I found a pair of adult coveralls jumpsuits, I would be making even more money, but they were kids, so I sold them for $35. Okay, so this one I listed October 20th. It sold November 8th. Sold for my full asking price of $29.99, which makes me super happy. Love to see a good $30 sale on an item I paid $2 for. My payout was $25.84 and my total profit was $23.84. So pretty good profit, pretty good turnaround time. Super happy with this. Again, Eileen Fisher is just a brand I always like to pick up. The next item I sold was this Brooke Brothers green and yellow Christmas wreath scalloped print tie, silk tie. It sold for $12. My payout was $9.33. And I wanted to mention this because I listed it November 1st and it sold November 9th. And this is just your reminder. Get your Christmas stuff listed. If you find it Christmas stuff at the bins, pick it up, list it. It is selling now. I've had a few Christmas related items sell this week in the past 2 weeks. So I'm definitely keeping my eye out and looking for them. So this one, yeah, I mean, it's not like the best sale ever, right? My payout was $9.33, but I got this from the bins, and this thing weighs under 4 ounces. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not paying a lot. I'm paying like pennies for this item, and now I have $9.33. So yeah, totally recommend picking these up. Everyone talks about how bras are such a great ROI from the bins, and they are. But to me, ties are an equally great ROI at the bins, and I do like to pick them up. They're so easy to photograph. The next sale we're going to talk about is the Standard James Purse new with tag short sleeve scoop neck t-shirt, and this is in the color Comet, and it was a size 4, which translates to an extra large. I sold it for $35, and it was new with tags. I actually got this retail arbitrage at Marshall's. I listed it November 4th, and it sold November 7th, so super quick sale. Standard James Purse is a brand that I do not find too often at the thrift store, and every time I tend to find it, it is very worn, and that is because it's a brand of basics. So when people are paying up for basics like this, I feel like they tend to wear them out. So the ones I'm finding thrifted, the ones that people have donated them, like, they're worn, like, they're not great to buy. But I always pick them up when I find them retail arbitrage on clearance at Marshall's, because the way Marshall's charges for these shirts, like, it's not worth it to flip it unless it's on clearance. So I always buy them on clearance at Marshall's, and they always are a pretty consistent seller. The next sale we're going to talk about is this vintage Blarney hand knitted wool Fisherman cardigan sweater in a size medium. So again, this did not have a size, so I did write size medium because that's what it measured out to be, but right here I says no size tag. Size and titles based on measurements. Measurements are included in the description. Please look at them. This store does not accept returns based on fit. So this I listed on the 4th, and it sold on the 9th, so a very quick turnaround time. Sold for $58, which I was so incredibly happy with this because this I had purchased at the bins. Although it was definitely a heavier piece and way over a pound, it's still a good return. I really picked it up because hand knitted wool made in Ireland. Those are great things. That tells me, like, if I find a wool sweater made in Ireland, I know it's gonna sell for money. It's just something you learn reselling. So when I saw that, it didn't matter what the brand was. I knew that it was gonna be a good seller. We have the keyword fisherman I put right here because you see all this little texture here. This like reminded me of a fisherman style sweater. Fisherman sweaters are a great keyword. You just have to look them up to know what they really look like, but they're a great keyword if your sweater looks like one. People are looking for stuff like that. So $58, I was super happy with this sale. I think I listed it at $70. So I mean, that's a pretty fair offer and a great turnaround time. And considering I got it at the bins, my payout was $48.77. That pretty much pays for my whole binge trip that day. So that makes me really happy. The next item I got is this Savage by Fenty Down the Aisle was the style name. Red lace cupless bra with underwire in a size medium. Sold for $21.50, and it took 1 day to sell. So it was a super fast seller. And in that 1 day it took to sell on eBay, it actually got a lot of likes on Poshmark. So it was super lightweight because I mean it's a bra without the cups. Like, it was so lightweight. This is just another great ROI from the bin. My payout was $18.69. And I've only picked up Savage by Fenty one time. I picked it up at Plato's Closet for like $6, and it was like a one piece, sold really well. I don't find it too often, but it seems to me that when I do find it, I mean, I've only had experience with 2 pieces, but they tend to sell pretty well and pretty quickly. The next sale I have is this holiday time alpaca tassel trim ugly Christmas sweater in black, size extra large, sold for my full asking price of $17.99. It only took 1 day to sell. This is what I'm saying when I say get your Christmas items listed. So this brand holiday time is sold at Walmart. So I found it at the bins. I picked it up, and I didn't want to price it overly high because I mean it's sold at Walmart originally. So I felt like $18, even that I felt like was a bit high, but I was just like, whatever. I'm just gonna price it 18, see what happens. I'll probably accept a lower offer. So not only did someone buy this full price, but someone also had purchased this full price on Mercari. And I had obviously had to cancel that sale, and I was so surprised because it's like, oh, but did I underprice this? But no, it's a Walmart brand. I'm only going to charge $18 for it. And the way I do my like deleting of listings on other platforms is I don't really, as soon as I make a sale, I don't necessarily delete the listing. What I do is when I do my shipping, and then I have like my whole like back of my labels. It has all the items on it. Then I go through as I'm doing my shipping and deleting the listings. I don't know. It's just like a process that works for me, and that's how I do it. Even though it's a Walmart brand, pick it up. It will sell. If you find it at the bins, pick it up. It's selling. The last eBay sale that we're going over is a Storybrooke Knits pink floral button-down duster cardigan sweater, size 1X. It sold for $35. Took 1 day to sell. My payout was $27.90, and this I picked up at the bins as well. This is a brand that I have recently discovered. I mean, I've seen it on reseller YouTube before, but I recently found it twice, both at the bins actually. One was a holiday Christmas sweater, which is still currently listed. This one was listed after the holiday sweater, and it was the first to sell. It sold really quickly. I would definitely pick up this brand again. I did find it in a regular thrift store, but they wanted like $12 for it, so I didn't pick it up. I left it behind because I thought that was too much to invest in the piece when it really has like an average selling price of around $30. But yeah, if you find it at your bins, I would definitely recommend picking it up or trying it out. Now we are moving on to my Poshmark sales. The first sale we're going to talk about is this Sherry Hill blue sequin sweetheart mini dress. Okay, this I've had listed, as you can see, from March 20th of 2020, and it sold November 1st of 2021. This just would not sell. It was sitting around forever, and I had purchased this prior to the pandemic. So I mean, okay, I probably purchased this like February of 2020. And then the pandemic really hit, and I didn't end up listing it till March, which fuck me, I should have done that shit sooner, because March is really when everybody started taking shit seriously, stuff started shutting down, and there was no reason for someone to buy this. So it sat for all of 2020. Now things are really finally opening. Kids are having homecoming again, this and that. So like that is why it's selling now. But this just would not sell. I had it listed high, then I listed it at 40. I sent out crazy offers on it, and just it finally now moved. My payout was $29.54, which means I included a shipping discount. So this was on offers to likers. But Sherry Hill is a good brand. If you can find it, a Sherry Hill prom dress, I recommend picking it up. So here, let's move over here so you can kind of see. So you can see kind of the sold for this brand. If you find a prom dress, look, new with tags, they're selling obviously for good money, but not new with tags, they're also selling for good money. Here's a little cocktail dress, sold for $126. Here's like another little prom dress not new with tags, sold for $153. These are all new with tags. Look at these prices: $275, $125, $150, $90. Let's go to the next slide. We have $160, $175, $300. So if you find these dresses, they are worth paying up for in some instances. The one I had just was not one of those pieces, and also the timing of when I listed it was just really bad. The next sale I have is this vintage St. John Santana knit pull-on long skirt with slit hem, size 10, sold on November 1st. I listed it October 9th. So about a 1 month turnaround time, 3 weeks. Not too bad. I don't know. St. John is pretty hit and miss for me nowadays. Like some of it performs well, some of it doesn't. Some sits forever, some doesn't. This sold for $36. My payout was $27.30. There was definitely a shipping discount in there. I probably priced it at $45 and did 20% off, because again, I always do 20% off offers to likers. I paid $1.50 for this, so my total profit was $25.83. My next Poshmark sale is this Frank Lyman pink lily dress. This sold for $31. My payout was $24.80. I listed it March 19th. It sold November 2nd, so definitely a long turnaround time. And I wrote bins or pass there because I feel like this brand can kind of be all over the place. If I look back on my solds, the prices are all over the place. And the amount of time it takes to sell this brand, it usually is a slow sitter, but sometimes you can make good money on it. For example, this piece, I feel like this is a pretty decent sale, $31. I'm super happy with anything that sells over $30. For me, this is a brand that I'm not done picking it up unless I find it at the bins, because I don't want to invest capital in these pieces for them to sit around for 8 months and then sell for $30. I even had one sold on this brand for $8. So it really is all over the place and not something I recommend picking up. Again, bins is the only place that I'd be getting this. It really reminds me of like a Joseph Ribkoff style brand, but just doesn't perform as well. The next item I wanted to share with you guys is this Affliction Gray Celtic Cross print grommet tank mini dress. This I had listed on the 3rd. It sold on the 4th on offers to likers for $16. and my payout was $11.30. So this piece right here, I wanted to mention because the brand itself is a good brand. And even this dress probably would have been a good flip considering I got it from the bins, but the real reason why it sold for such a low price is because that grommet was becoming unsewn right here, as you can see. So it would just, you know what I mean? It was pretty damaged in my opinion, but it wasn't that bad of a damage that you couldn't fix it. But I don't sew, I don't really fix items. I rather just sell them flawed and let the buyer fix them and just pay me less, whatever. Because I'm just entirely too lazy to do that. That's one of the reasons I don't even like to sell shoes that require cleaning. Like if I'm selling shoes that are going to be in perfect condition because I'm not cleaning them. Like I'm so lazy when it comes to that type of stuff. So, yeah, this one was broken, which is why I sold it like pretty cheap. But if you find this dress in good condition or great condition, you can make good money on this brand. I have an men's piece, long sleeve shirt right now listed at $40. It's got a bit of attention on it. So again, definitely recommend this brand, but check your items because mine was flawed. I got it from the bin, so it's not the end of the world. And it's still sold, so I'm happy I picked it up. But yeah, just wanted to mention it for the brand. The next item I sold is this Athleta Boho pattern patchwork genuine leather belt. It took about a week to sell. It sold for $25. My payout was $20. So the size on this was size medium, which I feel like it's kind of hard for people to just like buy a belt if they just see size medium. It's online, they can't try it on. How are you supposed to know if a medium is going to fit you? So over here, I included pictures with my measuring tape so they could see exactly where the belt ended, where all the little grommets ended, and where the very end of it ended. So they could kind of get a sense of how big the item would be, if it would fit them or not. And I was really surprised by this piece in general because it's Athleta, and I wasn't sure how it was going to do because this is obviously not your typical Athleta piece. Again, like we were talking with that Eileen Fisher pants and the Comfy USA cardigan. This is outside the realm of what Athleta is known for, but in this case, it actually performed pretty well and sold pretty quickly. My payout was $20. I paid $2 for the item, giving me a profit of $18. If I found it again, I would definitely pick it up. This was a pretty good sale, in my opinion. The next item I sold is this Lanzan 3-in-1 waterproof Squall jacket in red with navy fleece lining. It was a size extra large. This I listed October 18th, sold November 7th. It sold for $40, and my payout was $32. And this I had picked up from the bins, so yes, it was heavy. So definitely like jacked up the price I was paying that day at the bins, but is a pretty good return on investment because, like I said, I never really spend over $60 at the bins, and my payout was $32. So if this was on my expensive $60 day, I mean, this paid for half of the bins trip right there. I sell a lot of their bathing suits, and you're not going to really get much money. You know, I sell their bathing suits, I price them anywhere from like 18 to 25 depending on size, style, condition, all that stuff. You know, they sell like 15 to $20, whatever. But stuff like this is where your money's going to be when you're selling Lanzan is their outerwear. And living in Florida, I don't find a lot of good outerwear, so this was something I was really excited to find, and it sold really well. The next that we're going to go over are these Tom's lace-up heeled ankle boots. These are in desert taupe in the burnished style. These sold the same day I listed them. I picked these up at the bins. I originally had them listed at like $40, but someone offered me $25 for them, and I accepted, mainly because I have like a sales goal every day that I try to meet. And if I sold these boots, I was pretty much gonna meet my sales goal for the day. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Let's just accept the offer so I can make my sales goal for the day. I don't know. Maybe I could have held out for a little bit more money, but I was just excited for the quick flip and again to make my goal. So, yeah, these sold for 25. My payout was 20. I picked these up at the bins. Really happy with this sale. The next item I sold are these Eileen Fisher dark wash denim pull-on pants, skinny jeans, size extra large. Sold same day. I listed them for $25. And I wanted to show this to kind of contrast them to those black pants, right? The black pants had the button zip closure. These are more in line with Eileen Fisher is known for, a pull-on style, and they sold. If they're not pull-on pants, probably leave them behind. The next item that sold are these Michael Kors black and silver calf riding boots, sold for $29. My payout was $23.20. I paid $5 for these. My total profit was $18.20. These I got at Ross on clearance for the $5. And wow, they have been sitting for a very long time. I listed them in summer, so I definitely listed them out of season. But I'm surprised they still didn't sell in the fall of 2020, the winter of 2020. No, I had to wait a whole year for them to sell this fall. So they sold on the 7th. So I really just wanted to highlight these shoes to be like, holy fuck, they sat for almost a year and a half. I do not recommend picking these up. Um, Michael Kors is just sold at so many places. Like there's expensive Michael Kors, and there's your TJ Maxx Michael Kors, and then there's your Ross Michael Kors. I thought it was gonna be great getting these for $5, and I'm happy with the profit on it, like $18, happy with that. But what doesn't make it worth it is the turnaround time. The next item I sold is another Christmas piece I just wanted to highlight to show you get your Christmas items listed. This is this vintage ugly Christmas sweater vest with snowflakes and snowmen, size large, sold for $16. My payout was $12.80. Paid $2 for the item. Total profit was $10.80. Again, like a decent turnaround time, like a 2-week turnaround time. I am not really modeling things anymore, and this kind of goes with that. I'm not really modeling vintage items anymore. I had fun with it for a brief 2 weeks, but I decided to stop that because look how much this sold for, $16. My profit was $10.80. And it's not that I'm mad at the 1080, right? But like to me, that's not worth the extra time it takes me to go out of my way and photograph these items. The next item I sold were these Athleta Love Proudly rainbow watercolor tie-dye print mid-rise leggings in a size small. These I listed September 23rd. They sold November 10th. So, you know, happy with that turnaround time. Sold for $29. My payout was 23. Wait. Yeah, my payout was $23.20. I did pay $10 for these, so my payout was $13.20, or my profit was $13.20. So these I definitely could have sold for more money, but they were flawed, which I'm going to show you right now. They had a faint mark on the knee. I mentioned right there, I have washed it, so it hasn't come out after washing it, but I have not attempted to stain treat it. So they definitely sold less than what I could have got for them. If they were in perfect condition, then you could have gotten about, I would say, $40 to $60 for these. If they were new with tags, you could get even more money with these. And Athleta did another like Love Proudly legging, which is kind of like, you know, their Pride collection leggings that they released in June, which is more of a different style tie-dye. If you just Google it, it'll come up. And those ones sell pretty well as well. So Athleta Pride collection leggings, definitely recommend picking up. These I paid for $10 at a Plato's Closet. And I had purchased these and I decided to wear them myself to Orange Theory when I was working out and I had my shit together. I was doing the floor workouts. I put my knee on the floor and I guess that studio was dirty because it stained my leggings. I'm telling you guys, these were in perfect condition until I wore them one time to a workout class and then they got stained. And I'm so mad about it. So I'm like, fuck, I should have just listed them. I should have never wore these pants. But whatever, I still made $13.20. The next sale I had is the Madewell, the Dad Jean, and a light wash high-rise jeans. These I listed August 24th, sold November 13th, sold for $30. I had them priced at $60, so I did take a 50% off offer, but I felt like they had been sitting for a long enough time where I just wanted to move the item. And I kept sending out offers to Lakers on them, so I sent out 10% offers, so $54 offers to Lakers, and then I sent out 20% off offers, which was $48 offers to Lakers. No one was biting. I'm happy with the $30. My payout was $24, and these I got in that ThredUp DIY jean rescue box. I got 3 pairs of Madewell jeans, and I was really excited about them because Madewell is not a brand that I typically find in my thrift stores, especially their jeans. I don't come across them often, so I'm always excited when I do find them. And I just wanted to give you guys a little update on all the shoes, not all the shoes, but all of the Madewell jeans that I had got from that rescue box. So I got 3 pairs of Madewell jeans in that rescue box, and 2 of them sold on Mercari. The ones I just showed you, they sold on Poshmark, and here is the payout for all of them. So definitely the Madewell, the perfect vintage jeans sold for the most money. They sold for $49. My payout was $42.38. The skinny jeans sold for $30 and these ones sold for $30. So if you do see like Madewell jeans out at the thrift store, hopefully you're finding the perfect vintage jeans. These are the style I would be on the lookout for because these you can get good money for. These 2 are just going to be your average like bread and butter type of jean sales, so I wouldn't pay too much for them. And now we're getting into our Mercari sales. So the first Mercari sale I want to mention is this Coach merino wool beanie. This took 1 day to sell and it sold for $25. My payout was $21.47. I picked this up from the bins. I really just wanted to mention it because it was such a quick sale and it's not something I typically find or pick up, but it was a really quick sale, so I wanted to mention that. The next item I sold is this a new blue multicolor floral embroidered long sleeve open front jacket, coat, size large. I listed this in October. It sold in November. I would say it took 3 weeks to sell. And this brand isn't necessarily a BOLO brand, but it does have BOLO styles. So if you look at the solds on Poshmark, a majority of this brand, their solds are $30 and under. But where this brand thrives is the specific style of their very heavily embroidered longer jackets. This one was 100% cotton, so it sold for $37. But look, if you find the 100% silk embroidered jackets, let me move myself here. If you find the silk embroidered jackets, look at these solds on here. We have this one $70, $45, $85. So again, not a BOLO brand, but it is a BOLO if you find it in this specific style. The next item I sold is this a vintage needlepoint teddy bear print button front vest made in USA, size 22. Again, took about 2 to 3 weeks to sell. My payout was $18.86. And I always like to show you some of the vintage sales that I do, even if they're not like OMG wow prices, just because I think it's interesting. And I don't know. I always get excited when I sell vintage items. I don't know. I think it's because it's like it's not like a brand, right? I'm not buying something based on brand. I'm buying it based on style. So then when someone buys it, they're like, "Damn, I like your style. Like I want to buy that," you know? Versus like, "Oh, I just pick up Eileen Fisher because it's Eileen Fisher." And the last sale that we're gonna go over is this kind of a full circle moment because we started this video with a vintage Chico's item I picked up based on style, and this is another vintage item Chico's item I picked up based on style. And that's how we're ending the video. So we have this Chico's red multicolor Aztec long sleeve button down shirt, size 2, and which is equivalent to a large. Sold for $19. Payout was $16.25. It has like an Aztec print. I thought it was interesting. There was something different about it, which is why I bought it. And as you can see, it sold pretty quickly. It sold in about a week. So really happy with this sale. And that are all the sales I'm going to talk about. I'm sorry if this was a super long video. It's because I did 2 weeks worth of sales. I will be back next Monday with another What's Sold video of my favorite sales from this week that hasn't happened yet. So I better get on my sharing and my sending out offers so I have some shit to talk about. But yeah, just really happy with all of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!